We are getting set for our second game, a final game between Pierre, final game of day one of the tournament between Pierre and Minot. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean as we welcome you in here as Minot is taking the field. We'll go through the batting order for Post States as it will be Elliot Life, the center fielder, leading things off. Cade Hinkle batting second and catching. Andy Gordon, the third baseman, will bat third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting in the cleanup spot. Spencer Lettler, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Jack Merkwan, the right fielder, batting sixth. Aaron Booth, the second baseman, will bat seventh. Isaac Pollock, the DH, batting eighth. And Matt Hansen will bat ninth and be the shortstop as they will have Gary Nedved on the mound, and they will go against Hunter Rosiska. He will be the man on the mound for the Minot Vistas here in this ball game. They are 1-0 so far as Minot, as they won the first game of the tournament for them at 6-3 over Mandan right before we got our first game underway. So the winner of this game will go to 2-0 to start this tournament. And if it is Post State, they will have won the round-robin portion to be the number one seed. Minot will technically not win the round-robin because there's a chance that three teams would go 2-1 if Watertown would beat them tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. But a Post State win will put you in to that number one spot and into the 5 o'clock semifinal game on Saturday, as Hunter Rosiska is on the mound for this Minot team. Greg, we see Minot quite often. We were scheduled to see them at the beginning of the season with a triangular. Actually, we're going to see them in back-to-back days with two triangulars with Brookings. So it's going to be Pierre, Minot, and Brookings playing. But because the Minot high school team was still in the state playoffs, they had to cancel that game, and good reason to cancel that game because you're still playing the playoffs. But we the first and only time we get to see Minot is up here at Corbett Field this year.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, Minot just always fields a good, solid baseball team year in and year out. And so this is going to be a good test for the Eights here tonight at Corbett Field.
Here's Elliot Life to lead things off. First pitch, swinging, ground ball to second baseman. They'll be fielded to throw to first. One pitch and one out to open up the ball game. Good play from the second baseman, Nygaard, to open up here in the ball game.
Yeah, just actually hard hit ground ball, just a one hopper right to the second baseman Nygaard, and made a nice backhanded play to field the ball at his position. Nice strong throw over to first base, and one pitch, one out.
First pitch to Cade Hinkle is outside for ball one. Hinkle in game number one. He went 1 for 4, singled and came around to score. As part of that 2 RBI single from Bennett Dean, who drove in 4 runs. Hinkle will sky this out to right field. That one is going back, turning and looking and sailing over for a home run. Cade Hinkle is first of his career. And Post State strikes first on a solo shot from Cade Hinkle.
Yeah, and that was a no-doubter. That was a ball that Cade Hinkle just turned on, and that one, to use the baseball saying, got out of here in a hurry.
So it is a 1-0 lead for Post States here with 1 out. Hinkle's first home run, and I'll bring up Andy Gordon. Boy, that was you probably could hear that through the crowd mic if you're watching it on KCCR Sports. You just hear the thud of that, the crack of that bat. And as Greg said, got out of here in a hurry. That one was a no-doubter from Cade Hinkle. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Andy Gordon. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-0.
And because of the roof line here at Corbett Field and because of where we're at the press box back up high in the grandstand, we can't see the ball once it gets up very high. But you can just tell by the fielder's reaction that there was no chance he was going to go get that one.
A chopper over to third base, and it will be fielded by Tyler Buchanan. And there is now 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And it will bring up Bennett Dean, the cleanup hitter, who already has a home run on the day. Hit it in game 1, made it a 2-0 lead for Post State, was the winning run as they won it 7-1. Dean will wait on that first pitch coming in. Here's the first pitch, and it will miss low for ball 1 as we will go around the horn defensively. It is Bubak out in left field, Burke in center, Greek in right. Tyler Buchanan is at third. It is Dylan Buchanan at short. The second baseman, Nygaard, going over to his right to make the back end. The throw is going to be wide to the first baseman. Dean will take off for second. The catcher, McCarty, will throw to second. That one goes maybe off of the glove of the shortstop, Dylan Buchanan. and it will be a 2-out error, and it'll allow Dean to get to second base. Boudreau could not make the grab over at first, an air charge to the second baseman, Nygaard, and that will be a runner on second here with 2 down for Spencer Lettler.
Yeah, hard hit ground ball back up the box toward the middle, and Nygaard had to go about half a dozen steps to his right, and by the time that he planted, the throw goes up the first base line and past Boudreau at first base, and Dean never hesitated, turned right away and goes sliding into second base, and he's standing on second with the error.
The left fielder Spencer Lettler, 1-0 pitch to him is outside, and it's now 2-0. Lettler in game number 1, he went 1 for 3, had an RBI single in his last at bat that made it a 7-0 lead at the time. It ended up being a 7-1 win for Post State. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is outside, and it's now 3-0. As Lettler will be looking maybe for a potential 4-pitch walk. Jack Merquan is on deck here for Post State. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Lettler. Will bounce in, 4-pitch walk, and is now first and second here with 2 down in the top of the first inning.
And the first time we'll get to see Jack Merquan on the day. Had the game off in game number 1, but here in game number 2, Merquan will be playing right field for the Eights.
Here's the first pitch from Rosiska to Merquan. That one will be at the knees for strike 1. 1-0 is our lead here in the top of the first inning. 1 hit so far for the Eights. It was the home run from Cade Hinkle. An error up on the board for Minot. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Merquan. He'll ground it to the right side. It'll be down the line. It's a fair ball. Grab by the first baseman, Boudreau, and he'll step on the bag to retire the side. 1 run scores on the home run, only hit in the inning from Cade Hinkle. 1 error in the inning, 2 men left on base. We had the bottom of the first. Pierre takes a 1-0 lead as Minot will come to the plate. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
Bottom of the first inning as we go through the batting order for this Minot Vista team. It'll be Chase Burke leading things off, the center fielder. Mason Nygaard, the second baseman, batting second. Trenton Greek, the right fielder, will bat third. Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop, batting cleanup. Eli Nissen, the DH, will bat fifth. Braden McCarty, the catcher, batting sixth. It'll be Jonas Bubach, the left fielder, batting seventh. Tyler Boudreau, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Tyler Buchanan, the third baseman, will bat ninth for this Vista team. And they will go against Gary Nedved, who is making his third appearance. His second start, his only other start. He would end up going 8 innings. End up taking the loss in an extra inning game to Jackson, Minnesota, but Nedved threw well. That was a good pitchers duel that both pitchers actually went into the 8th inning. Here's the first pitch from Nedved. That's fouled right back to the screen, and Chase Burke is right on it. Burke in the high school season was very efficient stealing bases. 32 steals on 33 attempts. He was the North Dakota State Player of the Year for Class A. 0-1 pitch is popped up on the left side. Gordon will give it a long look. Hansen going over, and it will land just out of play. And it's now 0-2.
And in talking to one of the other members of the press box up here, was told that Burke is headed to Mesa Community College in Arizona next fall.
I think the moral of the story here is don't let Chase Burke on base.
Exactly.
No, whatever it takes, don't let him on base. You got to push him off the bag and fool the umpire. Don't let him on base. 0-2 pitch is outside and it's now 1-2. Because the chances of him stealing are pretty good, and the chance of him stealing and being successful, even better. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Nedved to Burke. Curveball that misses inside and is now 2-2. Good pitch there from Nedved. Good take from Burke.
Yeah, just missed inside, but that's a good pitch at 1-2. I mean, you show Burke something different than the fastball at 1-2.
2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. And the leadoff man is down on a strikeout. Here in the bottom of the first, and it'll bring up Mason Nygaard. Nygaard will get his first chance to come to the plate. Right now he does have that error. Did not cause any more but extra pitches. That one will come in and hit the hands, it sounded like, of Nygaard. Maybe got off the elbow guard. And it'll be the first base runner here with one down to bring up Trent Greek, the right fielder.
Yeah, I mean, the way that sounded, it sounded like it came off the elbow guard, because there was a definite noise. I mean, it was not a ball that hit muscle or bone.
And the way there was no reaction from Nygaard, that had to be off the elbow guard. And then back-to-back pitches now. It'll be first and second as Greek is hit by a pitch. And so the tying run is in score position without the ball being put in play yet. And it will be Dylan Buchanan that will come to the plate. Buchanan, the shortstop, the cleanup hitter. Well, the last thing you want is Eli Nissen for Minot to come to the plate. He is their most dangerous hitter. Here's the first pitch. That's outside for ball one.
And, the upside, even though you don't like seeing back-to-back hit batters, just shows that Gary Nedved's not afraid to throw inside, and that's an important part of any pitcher's game.
That one's flown out to right field. Jack Merkwan will come in, makes the catch. He'll throw to first. It's going to get over the head, but Cade Hinkle backing it up, and the runner will retreat back to second. Good play from Cade Hinkle. Way to back it up there from the catcher. Knew exactly where to be on that throw, so there is now two down, and it will bring up Eli Nissen, the DH, who had .505 as a sophomore in the spring season. He is a very dangerous hitter. Don't want to see him come up with too many guys in score position very often. First pitch is over for a strike, though, to Nissen.
Yeah, and a nice play by Jack Merkwan out in right field to come in and glove that ball out in right field, and really had an opportunity to get the runner back at first base, but just tried to throw on the run, and when he did, the ball just got away from him and over the top of Bennett Dean at first base, and like you said, Cade Hinkle very alertly backing up the throw.
Count is 1-1 here to Nissen. 1-1 pitch. There's a line shot. That's going to be down for a base hit in front of Lettler. He'll come up firing as he'll throw it to third. The runner will stay at third base as it comes to Andy Gordon, so the bases are now loaded. That was probably best case scenario for Post State, with Nissen getting just a single but not bringing in the run, so the bases are now loaded here with two down in the bottom of the first. And Braden McCarty be looking to try and at least tie the game up. A base hit could score two. We saw with the runner on second that the base hit didn't even score that one. First pitch, McCarty will pop it up. Elliott Life will come in. Long run from center field. He'll slide on the Corbett Field logo out in center and make the catch to retire the side. Tiptoeing out of danger in the bottom of the first inning. No runs, one hit, no errors. 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the second. Post State has a 1-0 lead over Minot. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Home Care Services is a private agency committed to providing expert advice and specialized care to those who want to remain living independently at home. Home Care Service has a team of nurses, caregivers, and administrative staff that offers a full range of in-home support services to our area. For more information about Home Care Services, call 224-2273. Expert advice, professional care. Home Care Services, 224-2273.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, our top priority is providing value to our members. Since 1941, we have helped our neighbors buy homes and vehicles, finance their farms and ranches, insure their assets, and retire comfortably. From Custer to Sioux Falls, we live and work in our communities, and we treat our members like family. Visit bhfcu.com to learn more about how you can join. BHFCU is member-owned, not-for-profit, and federally insured by NCUA.
7-8-9 here in the top of the second inning. Aaron Booth, Isaac Pollock, and Matt Hansen. Anybody reaches base, back to the top of the order for Elliott Life. Gary Nedved dodged danger in that bottom of the first inning. He loaded the bases with two guys being hit by a pitch, a single, but he was able to get out of it with no score. And Post State has I don't know, it's not comfortable, but they do enjoy a 1-0 lead right now here on this Minot Vista team. As John Wickler alongside Greg Dean, and Greg, for the last several years, I don't think either of these two teams have had the upper hand on each other. We'll see. Sometimes we come up here to Corbett Field and we'll get a win against Minot, and then Minot might beat us, and then we go down to Pierre and we'll split a doubleheader, or we'll play maybe 3 games against them, and Post State might take 2 of 3, Minot might take 2 of 3. There's really been no team that has really been able to take control of this somewhat of a series between Pierre and Minot that they get to play in the regular season.
And I know that the coaching staffs have really gotten along well, and I think that bond has played itself out in the fact that Pierre and Minot find themselves on each other's schedule multiple times during the year.
0-2 pitch, swinging a foul tip. Booth just barely got a piece of it to stay alive as it went off of the catcher's glove. McCarty couldn't squeeze it, and it remains at 0-2. Aaron Booth gets his first at-bats. He did take the field in the bottom of the 7th inning after throwing a scoreless 6th inning in game number 1. There's a ground ball. Hey, Nathan Nas over there at third base making a play, and still 0-2.
It was a nice play by Coach Nas over there.
And he used what would be the bare hand, too. He's a lefty, and he put down the left hand to make the play. That was pretty impressive. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Booth again. Outside, and it's now 1-2. Mostly he's impressive because he doesn't give a whole lot of effort over there at the third base coaching box. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rosiska to Booth. That one's popped foul and will get out of play. That one will be one of the rare ones that actually gets over the top of the entire grandstand. There's a netting on top of the grandstand that if it rolls up, it'll hit that netting. It'll come back down. So there's not too many balls that get actually over and out into the parking lot, but that was one of them. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another time. Booth will foul away, and he'll get back to the parking lot again. It's rare, but it's happened 2 times in a row. That's how rare it is.
So rare it happens twice in a row.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another time to Aaron Booth. There's a line shot. That's down the line and fair. Booth's got himself a leadoff hit. He'll round first. He's got himself a leadoff single. Nice hard hit ball down the third base line just past Buchanan at third base. Leadoff man on base for the first time in the ball game for Pierre.
And if Tyler Buchanan does not at least get a piece of his glove on that ball, that's probably a double right down the line. But Buchanan able to just slow it down just a little bit, and Jonas Bubach over in left field able to run that down right on the line.
Pollock will go up the ladder. He'll pop that one up to the second baseman, Nygaard, to make the catch. And there's now one down, and they'll bring up Matt Hansen, the shortstop. I never get a chance to say it, so we're going to go back to Isaac Pollock here. He's probably the most aggressive hitter on the entire team. He does not take a whole lot of pitches. He likes to swing at that first pitch a lot. So I never get a chance to say it because after the first pitch, as that bat, it's usually over. As Matt Hansen will take strike one. But he's got a decent batting average. And that's sometimes you hear, he's batting .310 coming into the tournament. You hear your first pitch is usually your best pitch to swing at, and he tries to take advantage of it most of the time. As the 0-1 pitch is outside to Hansen, it's now 1-1.
Yeah, and I think as a hitter, if you go up with the mentality that you're going to look for a certain pitch in a certain spot on that first pitch, and if it's there, like you said, I mean, a lot of times, especially at this level, you'll get a fastball first pitch of an at bat, and if that fastball is in a spot to your liking, either in the heart of the plate or maybe down and in, something you can just drop the bat head and pull. Like you said, that could be the best pitch you see in the whole at bat.
Count is 1-2 here to Hansen. 1-2 pitch from Rosiska is popped foul. I'm making myself look like a fool here. Oh, no, it did hit the – oh, it rolled back the other way. I was making myself look like a fool saying, oh, it rarely happens. Well, it's happened 3 times in the last 3 hitters. And made its way in the parking lot. Here's the 1-2 pitch again to Hansen. Outside and taken for strike 3. And Hansen's down on strikes. There's now 2 down here in the top of the second. And it will bring up Elliott Life, who is 0 for 1. And the outside strike looks to be in play for this Post-State, or I guess for Post-State and Minot here in this ball game. Hansen didn't agree with it, but even dating back to last game, it's going to be a consistent called strike. Here's the first pitch to Elliott Life. That one's upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, Hansen in a little bit of disbelief as the ump called strike 3 on that pitch and just stood in the batter's box for a couple of seconds, looked back at the umpire with a kind of a look of
as Aaron Booth will take off for a second, he'll slide in. He is safe. He is sitting right dead right on the bag as he slid all the way in. He's almost slid too far off the bag as the count is now 2-0. The ball barely got away from McCarty. He was a little slow to pick it up. Booth took off for a second, and he slid right over the top of the bag. His backside's sitting up on it as he is safe at second, clapping his hands. 2-0 pitch is at the letters. It's now 2-1. Only Aaron Booth. Only Aaron Booth. He makes baseball is already a fun game. He just makes it more fun. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Elliott Life. Swing and a miss. Booth does not take off with that pitch as they get off to the right of McCarty. And then the throw, I think maybe, I don't know if the sun maybe got in the way of Rosiska trying to make the grab. And it went off his glove, but not scooting far enough away. And McCarty could have threw that pretty hard back at Rosiska, so if that would have completely missed him, that could have gone into left field. So here's now the 2-2 pitch to Elliott Live with the runner on second. He'll foul it back. And we'll do it again here at 2-2.
And, the Post-State batters are making Rosiska work here in the second inning, fouling off a lot of pitches and doing what they can to drive up his pitch count. And so they're working some good at-bats right now.
From the stretch, here's the 2-2 pitch. Once again to Elliott Life. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. He's tagged out. That will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts from Rosiska to finish off the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 lead for Post-State over Minot. Listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre knows what that sound is. It's baseball season. They also know that means it's grilling season. Sioux Nation has the Green Mountain Grill choices that you need for those hot dogs and burgers for tailgating. And let's be honest, you know there will be a steak in there too. Visit Sioux Nation of Fort Pierre and see their selection of grills. While you're there, also pick up some seasonings for your grilling needs. Visit Sioux Nation at 504 Deadwood Street, Fort Pierre.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 lead for Post-State. John Winkler alongside Greg Dean as it is the final game of day 1 here at Corbett Field. Post-State will start day 2 tomorrow with a 12 o'clock noon start against Mandan. We'll have it for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. And then if Post State wins here in this game, they will right now already be playing that 5 o'clock game as a top seed in the round robin pool. At 5 o'clock, we'll have that for you, so we'll have a game break. If they lose this game, they still potentially could be playing at 5 o'clock. There's a line drive on the first pitch right to the shortstop Hansen from Bubak, and there's one pitch and one out. As we go around the horn defense, we never got a chance to do that in the bottom of the first. Spencer Lettler's out in left, Elliott Life in center, Jack Merkwan in right, Andy Gordon at third, Matt Hansen at short, Aaron Booth at second, Bennett Dean at first, Cade Hinkle behind the plate. Gary Nedved will deliver the first pitch to Tyler Boudreau, the first baseman, upstairs for ball one.
Didn't get a chance to give you the weather conditions at first pitch in the first inning, but it's 67 degrees now, up from 65 earlier at the first pitch in game one. 67 degrees, wind out of the northwest at 2 miles an hour right now for the Eights. Again, they're wearing the green tops with black script across the front saying Pierre, black numbers outlined in white pants, green caps with the black bills.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one just a bit upstairs. Is now 2-1 here, Dubideau.
And for Minot wearing the navy blue tops, yellow lettering across the front and script reading Minot, yellow numbers on the back outlined in white.
That was a fly ball out towards right center field, going over. It's going to land for extra bases. Elliott Life will cut it off before the warning track. He'll fire it in. It's going to be a one-out stand-up double for Tyler Boudreau, the second hit of the ball game here for Minot.
Boudreau has good speed. I mean, he was standing on second base before that ball got all the way back into the infield, and if that ball would have gotten any further away into the gap, it's entirely likely that he would have been standing on third. And so the Eights, nice job by Elliott Life to keep him to just a double.
Here's a ground ball to third baseman Gordon, a high chopper. He'll look the runner back to second, throw to first. There's now two down here in the bottom of the second inning. Back to the top of the order for Chase Burke, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Number 3, center fielder Chase Burke.
And that's what your defense does for you. I mean, just records you a couple of good outs and playing on this turf. Andy Gordon got a nice one hop ground ball over at third base, nice strong throw, and they keep Boudreau at second base.
First pitch is in the dirt to Burke, and then good block up by Hinkle. Counts 1-0 here to Burke. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He's the top of the order for this Minot Vista team. 1-0 pitch is at the knees, and it's now 1-1 here to Burke, who will be going to Mesa Community College down in Arizona next year, or I guess not even next year, this fall. The North Dakota, ND, same thing. North Dakota State Player of the Year for Class A. I think if you're not a Notre Dame fan and from North Dakota, you're probably not too happy with me right now. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Nedved. That's outside, and it's now 3-1. On deck is Mason Nygaard, who was hit by a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Runner on second here, 2 down. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Nedved. Runner takes off for third and will get behind Hinkle, sliding in to third base. Rounding first is Burke. He will stop at first base, so it's going to be runners at the corners with 2 away, and it'll bring up Mason Nygaard.
And that's probably a strategic move on behalf of the Minot coaching staff to move the runner ahead of Burke. We've talked about Burke's speed, and now he's got an open base ahead of him with runners at the corners and 2 out, and in all likelihood he's going to be off early in the count.
It's going to be Morgan Nygaard. His first pitch, he'll swing at it, and he'll ground it foul. Nygaard was hit by a pitch in the first plate appearance. The second baseman here for the Vistas. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Burke takes off. He'll pop it foul, does Morgan Nygaard, and it's now 0-2. And maybe that might be another best case scenario. Nygaard maybe foul a couple pitches off while Burke's trying to steal a tire him out for the rest of the game. I don't know if he can tire out or not, but it would probably be helpful for Post State. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Nygaard. Swings and chops it over towards Gordon at third base. A throw across the diamond. And Dean will stay on the bag at first, and it will retire the side. And Post State will get out of it again. They'll lead the runners out of the corners. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the third. Post State has a 1-0 lead over Minot. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Ah, this is the life. Sitting here, sipping lemonade, basking in the warm sun, and admiring the beauty and the solitude of my very own landscaped backyard. You know, I wasn't sure, but I was so glad when I made the call to Andy at Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping to finally have the work done. Calling Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping was probably one of the best and the easiest decisions I've ever made.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, 280-4440. That's 280-4440.
Top of the third inning, it is going to be 2, 3, and 4. Cade Hinkle, Andy Gordon, and Bennett Dean. Anybody reaches base, Spencer Lettler as the Eights cling to that 1-0 lead. They've done a good job of the first 2 innings of getting around the danger that they've had. They've stranded 5 of potential 6 runners so far in the first 2 innings to keep it a 1-0 lead. Cade Hinkle will step to the plate. Oh, yeah, he hit a bomb in his first at-bat as he took that one out to right field, a little bit farther down the line than what Bennett Dean hit his home run, but it was a no-doubter from Cade Hinkle. Here's the first pitch from Rosiska to Hinkle. He'll foul that one out of play on the left side. He is 1 of 2 hits so far.
Eights come in with 1 home run as a team into this Minot tournament and have now tripled that number here in just 2 games.
Up to 3 home runs. 1, Aaron Booth had the first one back at post 22. Last week, Wednesday, is now 1 and 2. All our weeks are starting to run together. I had to think about if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Feels like it's been about a month ago, but it was just last week, Wednesday. And Bennett Dean hit a home run in game number 1. Hinkle's with the home run here as the count is now 2 and 2.
There must be something about playing on all turf surfaces because all 3 home runs have come on in ballparks that have had all turf surfaces.
There's a ground ball up the middle. Shortstop in Dylan Buchanan will field, and he'll retire Hinkle as the ball was dropped by the first baseman a little bit. It sounded like everybody took a deep breath there, but Boudreau made the catch. He was trying to transfer it over to throw it around the horn, and that's where the ball dropped. So it was just on the transfer. The leadoff man is retired here in the top of the third.
Yeah, I thought maybe the way that he was having to stretch, I thought maybe the throw might have just pulled him off the bag, but the ump in good position to see the glove and see the foot and immediately made the out call.
1-0 pitch to Gordon. That one will miss low and is now 2-0. Here to the third baseman. He ground out to his counterpart in the top of the first inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Comes inside and is now quickly 3-0 here to Gordon. Boy, this has really turned into a beautiful night here in Minot. 3-0 pitch. That was right down the middle. Get me over strike from Rosiska, and it's now 3-1. It's still a good hitter's count here. Gordon went deep last year for the Legion team. We thought maybe he'd be the guy to hit some home runs for this team. There's a ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. He is 1 for 2. But he'll just keep doing that. Just keep getting base hits left and right. As this is now his 4th hit already of the tournament. As he had 3 hits in game number 1. Excuse me, only 2 hits. This is only his 4th hit. He is 4 for 6 so far. Here's Bennett Dean.
And to quote the Jonah Hill character in Moneyball, what does he do? He just gets on base.
Here's the first pitch to Bennett Dean over for strike 1. Jonah Hill is spot on with Andy Gordon. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball the other way. Shortstop diving, grab. No, it did drop. The throw to second base coming off the bag is a second baseman, Nygaard. Boy, what a nearly great play from Dylan Buchanan, who was diving out into left field across his body to try and make that grab. It just dropped out of his glove. Gordon got to second, so it is going to be a single for Bennett Dean.
Yeah, just kind of a looping soft line drive, and Buchanan goes a long way and totally lays out, tried to backhand the ball, actually had the ball in his glove, and it wasn't until he came down and hit the ground that the ball finally popped out of his glove, and the Yates catch a little bit of a break because Andy Gordon was 3/4 of the way to second base. Buchanan was able to pick up the ball right away and made a strong throw to Nygaard at second base, but the throw just a little bit off the bag, and the Yates got a little something going here with one out, runners in first and second.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Spencer Lettler, and that's outside. It's now 1-1. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. First and second here with one down in the top of the third inning, a 1-0 lead for Post State. They won the first game of this tournament 7-1. A win would put them at 5 o'clock as a number 1 seed tomorrow. 1-1 pitch will come inside and miss low. 2-1 now here to Lettler. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors so far for Post State. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Minot Vistas. Back-to-back singles here for the Yates have got them in business here in the top of the third. Here's a 2-1 pitch from Rosiska to Spencer Lettler. Their long look at second. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-1.
It's good to see Spencer Lettler back in the lineup after being gone for about a week to 10 days on the mission trip down to Mexico, and so good to see him back and have him bring his bat back along with his .357 batting average.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Good hitters count for Lettler. He will draw a walk, and the bases are now loaded here with one down in the top of the third inning, and it will bring up Jack Merkwan. Second time that Lettler has walked. Merkwan is 0 for 1. He ground out to the first baseman in his first at-bat. He was behind the fastball from Rosiska in his first plate appearance. Now with a big chance to open up this ball game here for Post State. First pitch will miss low for ball 1.
Merkwan's been swinging a good stick over the last 10 days or so. So it's a good spot for him, good position for Post 8.
Rosiska will work for the windup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That comes inside and is now 2-0. So it's been 6 straight misses here. He had strike 1 to Spencer Lettler, and then he missed the next 4. As the count is now 2-0. Here to Jack Merkwan, the 2-0 pitch. Merkwan will swing and foul it the other way. It'll go off the fence and roll into fair territory. So they'll remove that foul ball. The count is now 2-1. Merkwan looking for a big RBI opportunity. 2-1 pitch. Swings and misses as he climbs the ladder. Count's now 2-2.
Yeah, ball that came up and in on him, and just sometimes it's awful tough to lay off on those balls that get up in your eyes, and that's what happened to Jack Merkwan there on that 2-1 count.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-2. McCarty trying to frame it. Pull it back up to make it look good to the home plate umpire. But he was not biting on it, and the count is full now, 3-2. Just one out, though, here in the top of the third inning. So now here is the 3-2 pitch. Outside, and it will be a one-out walk that will score a run. Merkwan will get the RBI. Bases remain loaded. 2-0 lead here for Post State in the top of the third.
Yeah, and that's a good at-bat from Jack Merkwan after going probably swinging at what would have been ball 3 and getting the count to 3-1, swung at a ball out of the zone to go to 2-2, but then able to work the walk out of there.
First pitch to Aaron Booth is catching the top of the zone on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Booth singled in his first at-bat. Led off the top of the second with that single. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Booth will foul it right back to the netting, and is now 0-2. Still far enough away where it looked like it was maybe coming to your living room, but you probably didn't get too scared.
No chance for you to grab a foul ball tonight.
If I have a chance to catch a foul ball, that's probably not a good sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball that misses upstairs. Didn't break. And it's now 1-2. Means the netting got broken through, or He takes a crazy hop, and I don't want to be behind. I don't want to try and catch a foul ball right now. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rosiska to Booth. Oh, fouled away on the right side.
Yeah, it would mean it would have to carry him off about 3 different metal posts, or there's no chance to find a hole in the roof because there are no holes in this metal roof.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Booth again. He'll pop that one foul. Out of play on the right side again. There could have been a hole in the roof right there. The count is still 1-2. No, it did not make a hole in the roof. We are still good. Well, the count is still at 1-2. Rosiska from the windup. 1-2 pitch. Booth will ground it over left side. Shortstop Buchanan will bobble. The throw to first is a high one and pulls him off the bag. Another run will come in to score. And it's now a 3-0 lead for Post States as the bases remain loaded here with one down.
Yeah, and I think that's a ball that Buchanan at shortstop probably had designs on looking for 2, and at the very last second probably took his eye off it and just popped out of his glove and saw that he had no chance of getting the speedy Merquan at second base, and so quickly tried to recoup and pick the ball up, and the throw to first base unfortunately pulls for Minot for the Vistas, pulls Boudreau off the bag, and the Eights keep this inning going. They got 2 across here in the top of the third, now up 3-0. Base is still loaded with just 1 out.
Here's Isaac Pollock. He hit a soft liner his first trip to the plate, swings to the first pitch again, pops it up. Be an infield fly rule. The pitcher will make the catch in Rosiska, and there's now 2 down. And it'll bring up Matthew Hansen trying to extend this lead a little bit. It would be nice to score at least 2 more runs. If you find a gap, maybe even clear the bases. But the bases are loaded here with 2 down here in the top of the third inning. First pitch to Hansen. He did not check his swing, and it will be 0-1. Hansen really more committed with the hips when he turned the hips, and while the bat never really came off his shoulder, he still crossed the plane. 0-1 pitch. They'll reach for it, foul it back, and it's now 0-2.
And nice job of recovering so far by Rosiska, able to, after giving up those 2 runs on the walk and then the error, able to come back with the infield fly. Now just 1 strike away from getting out of the inning.
There's a line shot. That'll be a 1-hopper to the second baseman Nygaard. He'll throw to first to retire the side. So 2 runs do come in to score in the top of the third inning on 2 hits in the inning, 1 error, and 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Post State has a 3-0 lead over Minot. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Nystrom Electrical Contracting in Pierre has been providing professional sales, service, and installation since 1977. Whether you're starting from scratch, new construction, or you're upgrading your current system at your home, farm, or office, give the professionals at Nystrom Electrical Contracting a call. They've got a lot of bright ideas. Call Nystrom's today to schedule a free computer-generated estimate. The number is 224-8750, or visit their website at nystromelectric.com.
ATVs provide wonderful outdoor recreation, but they can also rapidly spread noxious weeds. An ATV can pick up noxious weeds in one area and spread them to the next area in which it is used. When you finish your ride, make sure your ATV is free of weeds and weed seeds. Cleaning your machine is important in stopping the spread of noxious weeds like leafy spurge. To find out how you can help prevent the spread of noxious weeds, call the South Dakota Department of Agriculture or your local county weed and pest supervisor.
Bottom of the third inning, as it will be 3-4-5 for this Minot Vistas team as they trail Post State 3-0. Trent Greek, Dylan Buchanan, and Eli Nissen will be the first 3 hitters. The Eights have a 3-0 lead thanks to a bases-loaded walk and then a bases-loaded error. That allowed runs to score to make it a 3-0 advantage. Nedved will deliver the first pitch to Trent Greek, trying to throw that curveball across for a strike. Misses just a bit inside, and it is 1-0. Greek was hit by a pitch. Only saw that 1 pitch from Nedved. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's outside. It's now 2-0. Hit 415 in the high school season, did Trent Greek. Very good hitter. These 3, 4, and 5 guys, really the top of the order, and the first 5 guys. there's nothing to scoff at. There's a line shot. There's a base hit. And the leadoff man is aboard. And, boy, that turf, it gets on you in a hurry. Lettler will drop down to both of his knees to make the play to kind of block it up, because otherwise that could have rolled to the wall real quick and would have been a runner on third to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Instead, there'll be a single and a runner on first here for Dylan Buchanan, the shortstop. First pitch to Buchanan. He'll sky this one out towards right center field. Merkwan will call for it. He'll make the catch. One down here in the third inning. Second time that Buchanan has flied out to Merkwan.
And the middle of this Minot order doesn't get cheated on their swings very much. Greek, Buchanan, Nissen, I mean, they all go up there with hacking away in mind.
Here's Eli Nissen. He'll swing and miss as he ends up falling over. Swing all the way around. Boy, you don't think he was trying to make it 3-2? Show you the replay of that swing and try and argue against me. Nedved was on the windup. He was on the rubber of the windup and alertly stepped off. And the runner at first base, Greek, had to retreat back rather quickly. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will miss low and outside, and the count is even at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, that swing from Nissen, I mean, he looked like a post hole digger being screwed into the ground on that swing.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Nissen will pop it up on the left side. Lettler will come in. He'll make the catch. There's now 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. And that is a big second out. Braden McCarty, the catcher, now will come to the plate. Although Nissen is 1 for 2, which is just about his batting average in high school, .505. Going 1 for 2 is .500. Anytime you can get him out, though, is still a big deal. That first pitch is fouled away by McCarty. There were last couple of years, that guy, last name was Vigestead. I remember they had the Viggy Big Eats from him.
Oh, right.
I loved watching that on Twitter. There's a ground ball left side that'll be fouled. That's now 0-2. He's a good baseball player, really good baseball player.
I think it was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, but as good of a baseball player was that those Viggy Big Eats are even better than him being a baseball player.
Yeah, I think it was up here last year that we caught the wrath of some of our friends back home. East Grand Forks was in the tournament last year. Had a young man whose last name was Duck Savage.
That one's popped up to the center fielder Elliott Life. He'll make the catch. 3 fly ball outs to the outfield in the bottom of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have the top of the fourth. It is a 3-0 lead for Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
As long as you have a local cooperative, you'll never farm alone. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, our team is your team, ready to help you make the decisions that are vital to your operation. From the seed, plant health, and marketing the grain, to fuel to keep you running, the feed to supplement your herds, and the financing programs to make it all possible. We're here for you. Give CHS Midwest Cooperative a call today and let us show you the value of the co-op. Local, loyal, and trusted for generations.
Service Master of Pierre. It's no secret we clean carpets professionally, but not many people know we clean furniture, kitchens, bathrooms, walls, floors, and windows. We also do fire and water restoration, plus construction cleanups. There's nothing we can't clean. Give Service Master a call at 224-9919. Service Master, the clean you expect, the service you deserve. Service Master, 224-9919.
As we welcome you back here, top of the fourth inning, Post State has a 3-0 lead over the Minot Vistas. John McClure alongside Greg Dean. Top of the order for Post State, Elliott Life, Cade Hinkle, and Andy Gordon. Life was the only man not coming to the plate in the top of the third. 8 men came to the plate. 2 of them scored, and the bases left loaded in that third inning. We have somewhat of a more Cardinals, I wouldn't say a whole lot of Cardinals fans up here, but man for the Minot newspaper, he's a Rockies fan, but he likes Arenado, so he's kind of a closet Cardinals fan now. And I can say it because, maybe some Minot people are listening, and they might not like him too much after that. But Nolan Arenado hit a home run, so for the Cardinals, they need that. LA Life, they need a lot more than just him hitting a home run. They need quite a bit here. But Life will foul the 1-0 pitch back and is now 1-1.
But as long as they're where are they at in relation to the Cubs? I haven't even checked the standings. So
we don't want to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about that. Okay.
1-1 pitch is outside. Is now 1-2. Already got the text from Dirk Campbell earlier
I was going to say I suspect that Dirk is probably reminding you that as I see now that they are.
Turn the mic down. LA Life stays alive with the foul tip of the plate and remains at 1-2.
Yeah, but by the end of the year, in all likelihood, those standings will be reversed. Correct?
I guess that'd be somewhat okay. I don't think the Pirates though are going to end up being in first place. 1-2 pitches foul back.
Realistically, I'm talking about
like
the Cardinals and the Cubs.
Oh, okay,
I was not talking about the full Central Division standings in the National League.
There you go. I'll take that. 1-2 pitch nearly comes in and hits Life, and it's now 2-2.
Let's just put it this way: the Cardinals are a lot closer to 500 than the Twins are right now.
Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss by Life, and a pitch in the dirt. He is tagged out. Second time he's been a strikeout victim from Rosiska here in this ball game. The leadoff man retired here in the top of the fourth, and it will bring up Cade Hinkle. For the first 5 guys in the order for Post State are left-handed hitters. Life, Hinkle, Gordon's the right-handed hitter, then Dean and Lettler. As Hinkle is 1 for 2, a big home run in the top of the first inning. Here's the first pitch to Hinkle. That's outside for ball 1.
Yeah, just such a different look for most Legion pitchers. The fact that you just have to deal with such a left-handed heavy lineup.
1-0 pitch is popped up a mile high on the left side. Dylan Buchanan will call off Tyler Buchanan, and there's now 2 down. Here in the top of the fourth inning, I couldn't say that Buchanan was calling off Buchanan because you're going, which one is it? we don't know. As it will be Gordon now to come to the plate. Or it could have just been Buchanan's calling for it and just wait for whoever makes the catch. Because I would still be wrong, or still would be right. First pitch is on the outside for strike 1 to Gordon.
Yeah, not often do you see the same last name on the same side of the infield. In this case, the Vistas have a pair of Buchanans, one at short in Dylan and one at third in Tyler.
0-2 is the count. Gordon fouled the 0-1 pitch out of play on the right side. So now here is the 0-2 pitch as Rosiska is looking for a 1-2-3 inning. You'll have to throw at least one more pitch as that one was missed upstairs, and it's now 1-2. Post State will play Mandan tomorrow at noon in their final round-robin game. 1-2 pitch is popped up. Center fielder coming in, and Burke will make the catch. The speedy center fielder will come in and make the catch, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Rosiska in the top of the fourth inning. As it is a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Minot after the 3.5. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Comtech in Pierre invites you to come out and check out their expansive showroom. It's filled with everything you need to thrive in today's technology-dependent world and a knowledgeable staff to guide you through. Comtech has TVs, computers, personal electronics to commercial electronics, anything to fit your technology needs. The experienced professionals at Comtech can guide you through any questions you may have. Whether you struggle with technology or live for it, Comtech can help you find exactly what you're looking for. Comtech will even install and service what they sell, so you don't have to worry once you get your products home. Comtech, located at 1601 North Lowell Avenue behind Walmart. Check them out online at comtechplus.com.
As we welcome you back here at Corbett Field, a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Post State's enjoying that 3-0 lead, but it will be 7, 8, 9 here for Minot to open up this fourth inning. Jonas Bubak, Tyler Boudreau, and Tyler Buchanan are the first 3 hitters. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors so far for Post State. No runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for the Minot Vistas.
Leading off for the Vistas,
as
number 11, left fielder Jonas Bubak.
Bubak, who popped out to Hansen in his first at-bat. Will come to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth. Sun has made its way out and been out for the majority of this game. 8:22, still an hour and 20 minutes away before, nearly an hour and a half away before we have sunset here in Minot. First pitch is over for strike one. Good curveball there from Gary Nedved.
And as the sun begins to drop in the west, that sun, the way this field sets, the field faces towards the southwest.
As there's a ground ball for Hansen, throw to first is in time. Got the speedy Bubak, the left fielder, to lead off the inning. Good play there from Hansen. Really sharp hands, good glove. A slick play from Hansen over at short. He made it look easy, but as a shortstop, yeah, you're charging on it, but you have a fast runner like Bubak, you've got to be quick in everything that you make in the field. To get up, throw the ball to first base, and you got to throw an accurate one over to first base, and he did all of that to retire the leadoff man. Here's the first pitch outside to Tyler Boudreau, who is 1 for 1 with a double.
Yeah, and Matt Hansen's been a nice addition to this team. We've talked about the fact that he took last year off to concentrate on tennis.
There's a line shot right to Elliott Life. He'll move 3 steps to his left. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth.
He took the year off from baseball to concentrate on tennis. Came in as the number one seed, number one player on the Pierre Governor tennis team this year, and had a nice season. But he has been a real asset both to the Governor High School team and to this Legion team, and has come in and been very versatile. Played third base, second base, shortstop, played a little outfield. Has hit well throughout the season so far.
Counts 2-0. Here's the third baseman, Tyler Buchanan. He is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Gordon in the second inning and is only a bat so far. Been a hit in each of the 3 innings for Minot, and Buchanan is hit by a pitch. Third time that a Minot Vista has been hit by a pitch in this ball game. So bring it back to Chase Burke. That's a dangerous hit by a pitch for Post State. You know, it came in and hit Buchanan on the side, and he was able to lift that arm up. But a dangerous hit by a pitch because you got the top of the order now with a runner on base with 2 outs. First pitch from Nedved outside for ball 1 to Chase Burke, who is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat, and then he walked in his other plate appearance. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Burke. Nearly comes in and hits him, and it's now 2-0.
And in some ways, if you can retire Burke here and not let him lead off the next inning, this might actually end up working out okay for the Eights. But in order to do that, you gotta get Burke out or get some kind of a fielder's choice. 2 outs here, runner on first, 2-1 count on the North Dakota Player of the Year.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball right side. It'll get out of play, and it's now 2-2. So Nedved again a strike away from getting out of this inning and having 4 scoreless for the Post State right-hander. He'll come set from the stretch. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Hansen slides, makes the play, flips to second to Booth covering, and that will retire the side. How about that for a slick play from Matt Hansen to retire here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It is a 3-0 lead for Post State over Minot. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
South Dakota didn't always have a capital, or even a permanent settlement for that matter. There wasn't always a river city on the Missouri River. And before First Dakota filed the first charter in 1872, there wasn't always a bank in South Dakota. Every timeless institution, tradition, and thriving business was started somewhere by someone who had a dream and the passion to make it happen first. What will be your South Dakota first? Visit firstdakota.com/first. Member FDIC.
Do you need the Pierre Governor apparel for the big game? Or how about Stanley County apparel or Post State apparel? All Around Graphics in Pierre is your place to go. Not only can you get your apparel, but they also do screen printing, jerseys, awards, and trophies. And did you know they can print and customize your signs? All Around Graphics can do it all. Located at 819 North Euclid Avenue or call 224-4677. All Around Graphics in Pierre, your one-stop shop.
As we welcome you back here to Corbett Field here in Minot, North Dakota, as Post State leads Minot 3-0. This is the round-robin portion of the tournament. Each team is playing it twice today. There'll be one game for each of the 4 teams tomorrow at noon and 2:30. Post State will play Mandan at noon. Minot and Watertown, Minnesota will be playing at 2:30. And if Post State wins that game, we're going to be playing those 2 games, which would be it'll literally be Pierre and Mandan, then Minot, Watertown, and then Pierre and Mandan, and then Minot, Watertown. So we could be seeing 4 games, but only 2 matchups tomorrow. That is if Pierre does win, as that one is popped up by Benedine. First pitch swinging on the left side, out to Ubach in left field. He'll make the catch. Leadoff man retired here to open up the top of the 5th inning. And even if Minot still wins this ball game, we could still see Pierre and Mandan play both games, along with Minot and Watertown playing again, which is fine. Everybody, you knew going in that you're getting 4 guaranteed games and 2 teams will get 5. Spencer Lettler will dig in and take strike 1, the outside corner.
And you're gonna see one team, at least one team twice, and you may see 2 teams twice, depending upon if you get to the championship game.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive left side, base hit for Spencer Lettler. His first hit of the ball game. He's been on base all 3 times. He was walked twice, and now he's got a single. There's 1 on, 1 out for Jack Merquan, who is 0 for 1 with an RBI walk. It's one of those odd where you're basically playing 2 doubleheaders, but you're taking a game break in between each of those 2 doubleheaders.
Yep.
So that's the oddity of what potentially could be tomorrow. And of course, if this score holds out, that would be that case. There's a ground ball to second baseman Nygaard, the second for 1, back to first and in time, and it will be an inning-ending double play here in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We have played 4.5. It is a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Minot. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Agtegra in Highmore. We pride ourselves on providing our customers with reliable markets, superior services, and quality products. From corn and soybeans to spring and winter wheat, you can trust Agtegra in Highmore with all your grain handling needs. It's all about helping you achieve the best harvest possible. Call Agtegra of Highmore today at 605-846-1379. That's 605-846-1379.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heat-A-Later fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heat-A-Later fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heat-A-Later Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Bottom of the 5th inning. It is going to be 7-8-9. Well, that'll be Post State in the top of the 6th, but it'll be 2-3-4 for Minot here in the bottom of the 5th inning. I want to get ahead of myself here. We're not to the top of the 6th inning yet, but it will be Morgan Nygaard, Trent Greek, and Dylan Buchanan. He might reach his base. It'll be Eli Nissen. This is the dangerous part of the order, 2, 3, and 4. Well, not like Chase Burke isn't dangerous at all either, leadoff man, but if you're going to face 3 guys in a row, this will probably be the most dangerous portion of this lineup. Here's the first pitch. Swinging out towards right center field. Elliott Life will glide over. He'll make the catch in 1 pitch and 1 out. Here to open up the bottom of the 5th.
I like that call, glide over. I mean, that just is a very apt way to describe how Elliott Life plays center field. He just kind of glides.
He's a – I don't want to say he's got deceptive speed, but he does have a lot of speed to him. And I think sometimes it kind of almost fools you how fast he can be. There's a ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit for the number 3 hitter, Trent Greek, who is now 2 for 2. And it's a runner on first with 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th. And it'll bring up Dylan Buchanan, who has flown out to Jack Merquan out in right field, his 2 trips to the plate.
And Greek Greek doesn't get cheated. He goes up and he swings hard at everything that's inside the strike zone, and so just a hard ground ball through the left side that Andy Gordon really didn't have a chance to make a play on, and so Minot's got a runner on first with 1 out. 8's up 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Here is the 1-0 pitch. That's outside. Is now 2-0 to Dylan Buchanan. Greek went 4 for 4 in game number 1, so he's 6 for 6 with a hit by pitch as well. He's been on base every single time he's come to the plate, as the count is now 3-0 here to Dylan Buchanan. Eli Nissen, the tying run, is on deck. Guy that hit 500 in the spring season for Minot. 3-0 pitch. That one will get over for ball 4. One misses just a little low and outside. Hey, it's not a gimme. You guys still throw a strike. It's not just a automatic strike call. But it did look fairly good. So there is first and second here with 1 down, as Eli Nissen will take ball 1. That's 5 straight misses now for Nedved. He had just 49 pitches through 4 innings, did Nedved. So he was sitting pretty good, and he's still sitting pretty good because he retired the first man on 1 pitch, and then the base hit from Greek was on the first pitch as well. So he hasn't really labored so far in this 5th inning, but he is in a little bit of danger with the runners at first and second and 1 down, with the number 5 hitter Nissen has a 1-0 count in his favor.
He was able to tiptoe out of danger in the first with the bases loaded and do it again in the second with runners in the corners. And Minot's really not threatened since then.
As Nissen will fly it out into left field, as Lettler is there to make the catch, and there's now 2 down. Inning's not over yet, but that's a big take a deep breath and exhale, retiring Nissen, and it'll be Brandon McCarty, who has flown out to Elliott Life both times he's come to the plate. They've hit a lot of fly balls so far, 4, 5, and 6. Buchanan's flown out twice to Merquan. Nissen's now flown out twice to Lettler, and McCarty's flown out twice to Life. So there's 2 9s, 2 7s, 2 8s, and Post 8 is winning 3-0. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce in good. Block there from Hinkle. That's now 1-1.
Sounds like you're like you were calling like you were playing
bingo.
Well, not bingo or.
There's a ground ball up the middle. Hansen will field on the run, and he'll tag the runner out at second on the bag, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. Pierre still leads at 3-0. You listen to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Are you driving a 2014 or newer vehicle? Are there less than 100,000 miles on it? Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is prepared to give you top dollar. Again, if your ride is 2014 or newer with less than 100,000 miles, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota will give you top dollar for it right now. Trade it in or sell it to us. Doesn't matter. Your vehicle has never been worth more than it is right now. Stop in at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com.
Top of the 6th inning, 7-8-9 here for Post 8. They lead at 3-0. They scored once in the first inning, a solo shot from Cade Hinkle, and then it was an RBI walk from Jack Merquan. Aaron Booth drove in the other run with an error, and that's been all the scoring we've had so far in this ball game. As Aaron Booth will come to the plate, he's 1 for 2, a single and reaching on an error so far for the second baseman.
Hunter Ruziska's done a nice job for the Vistas so far. 5 complete innings as we go into the top of the 6th, but 5 complete for Ruziska. He's given up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 84 pitches so far on the day for Ruziska. So getting up towards that 105 pitch limit. We'll see how deep the 8s are able to go with him in this 6th inning. I mean, if they can grind some at bats, maybe get a couple of runners on, this might be the last inning for Ruziska.
First pitch to Aaron Booth. He'll foul that one up the top of the grandstand. It'll roll back into the Minot dugout. I think that's a lot of fun for the players too. Is if it's fouled over around the dugout, it'll roll back down to you. You'll make a play on it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's fouled right back, and it was coming right back up here if there was no netting. I would have been ready for it.
That's almost the second or third one that would have been right in your wheelhouse, but the netting has gotten in the way each time.
So here is the 0-2 pitch to Aaron Booth. That is outside and taken for strike 3. And Aaron Booth is down on strikes to open up the top of the 6th inning, as it'll bring up Isaac Polak. Polak is 0 for 2. He lined out to the second baseman Nygaard and also popped up to the pitcher Ruziska. And his 2 at-bats so far.
He's seen 2 pitches so far.
Here's the 3rd pitch of the game to Isaac Polak, and that one didn't tempt the zone, so he's able to take the first pitch of this at-bat. And it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Going to be a tough play on the backhand in the outfield grass. The throw is not going to be in time. It was missed on the scoop. It's going to be an infield single for Polak. He's going to be safe no matter what. And he's now 1 for 3, and that is going to be the 6th base hit of the ball game now for Post State.
Yeah, ground ball deep in the hole that Dylan Buchanan had to go out of the shortstop position and backhand and had a long throw and just really didn't have a chance to get the speedy Isaac Polak at first base.
Here is Matt Hansen. First pitch swings and misses. Hansen is 0 for 2 so far. I said outfield grass, outfield turf. There is no outfield grass. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Ruziska to Hansen. That one will bounce in and throw back to first, and Polak will dive back in safely.
McCarty with the back pick from his knees in the catcher position. Good strong throw, but Polak read it well and able to dive back in ahead of the tag.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. Hansen ground ball right back to Ruziska. He'll throw to second for 1, back to first. It's another inning-ending double play. Second time that the 8s have grounded into an inning-ending double play in the ball game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Post State still leading Minot 3-0. You listen to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Overhead Door Company of Pierre is a locally owned business specializing in the sale, service, and installation of residential and commercial garage doors. They provide quality, dependable products with constant service and the peace of mind you need. Overhead Door is one of the most recognized and most respected brand in the garage door industry. For installation and repairs, call Overhead Door Company today at 224-6200. That's 224-6200.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here, bottom of the 6th inning. 3-0 lead for Pierre over Minot. John Wickler alongside Greg Dean. As for Minot, it will be 7, 8, and 9. Jonas Bubach, Tyler Boudreau, and Tyler Buchanan be the first 3 hitters. It's the 3rd time that 7, 8, and 9 is coming up to the plates. Came up in the 2nd, 4th, and now the 6th inning. Bubach 0 for 2. Popped out to Hansen and also grounded out to Hansen.
Next for the Vistas, number 11, Jonas Bubach.
And we got some activity down in the Minot bullpen. Didn't see who the first Minot player headed down there was. I did see Landon Halseth head down, so not sure who's going to get warm as number 5. Number 5, that'd be Calvin Baker.
Count is 2-0 here to Jonas Bubak. Here is the 2-0 pitch. That one is right down the middle. It's now 2-1. So that we'll see if Rosicka will come out to start the 7th inning, or they'll go with the new pitcher to open up that top of the 7th. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a line shot into the gap in left center field. LA Life is over there to cut it off, though, so it'll be just a leadoff single to open up the bottom of the 6th. And it'll bring up Tyler Boudreau with nobody out and a runner on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boudreau was 1 for 2. He doubled in his first at-bat, flew out to life. This is a team, Minot, who has hit a lot of fly balls against Nedved. That line drive, a good play by LA Life, because that could have easily been a 3-run triple. That one is skied out to left field. That one will one-hop off the wall. Lettler out in the warning track will throw it in. His second double for Boudreau. And it's 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And all of a sudden, the tying run is coming to the plates with nobody out in the form of Tyler Buchanan.
And a well-hit ball off the bat of Boudreau, but a nice play by Spencer Lettler out in left field, able to get to that ball quickly and made a nice play as the ball took one hop off the outfield fence.
That one is popped up and out of play on the first pitch to Tyler Buchanan. It is 0-1 here to Buchanan, who is 0 for 1. Right out to Gordon, and also was hit by a pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bouncing in. Good block there by Hinkle, and it's now 1-1. Post State with a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. But this is the best opportunity for Minot that they've seen, other than staying the bases loaded in the bottom of the 1st inning. The first 2 have reached base and are both in scoring position. 1-1. That one will bounce in. It's now 2-1. No action in the Pierre bullpen, which makes you think either they're going to try and ride out with Nedved, or whoever would come in the ball game is in the ball game right now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a ground ball over for Hansen. He's going to throw it home. The throw, the tag applied by Hinkle. They got him out. Boy, that's a dangerous play from Matt Hansen, but he threw a strike home to Hinkle, and the tag was applied, and there's one down, and there's runners at 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, and it was the textbook play is to give the run up in a 3-0 ball game, but play right in front of Matt Hansen makes a nice play, gloved the ball and made a nice strong throw to home plate and right on the money. And Cade Hinkle, that's your super senior. He makes the play and was able to hold on to the ball even though there was a bit of a collision at home plate.
First pitch to Burke is outside for ball 1. The runner takes off for 3rd. And no chance to throw him out at 3rd base. Steal is stolen base right off of Nedved. So it's now 1st and 3rd as Boudreau, he slid in safely at 3rd base. He didn't actually even need to slide because he was going to stand up on 3rd base, even with a throw coming over there. He had that good of a jump, did Boudreau. But now it's 1st and 3rd with 1 down, 2-0 pitch. Here's a line shot. It's going to one hop for Booth to throw to 2nd. Back to 1st is not in time. Run will come in to score. I was about ready to say maybe Hansen could have thrown it home, but instead he went to 1st base, and it was a fielder's choice. That'll get the RBI in. And it's a 3-1 ball game, but there is just a runner on 1st base now with 2 away. But it is the Speedy Burke on 1st.
And actually, Yates made the right play right there. Got the leading run, gave up the run, make this a 3-1 ball game. But they were able to record the 2nd out of the inning, and so now they're one out away from getting out of here in the 6th inning.
And there's a pop up left side. Spencer Lettler is underneath it. He'll make the catch, and Post State will tiptoe out of danger again in that inning. It is going to be 1 run coming in to score as Post State still leads at 3-1 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
As we enter the top of the 7th inning, it is a 3-1 lead here for Post State. Top of the order, Elliott Life, Cade Hinkle, and Andy Gordon. He might reach his base. It'll be then Bennett Dean as the Aces are trying to get that run back after allowing that first run to score in the bottom of the 6th inning on the RBI fielder's choice by Chase Burke. Netwood was able to get out of that inning the next pitch later. So it is still a 3-1 ball game here as we enter the top of the 7th. Post State will be 3 outs away from being the number 1 seed in the semifinals tomorrow. Would play at 5 o'clock after playing at noon against Mandan. They then play at 5 o'clock, which would be against Mandan again. So here is the first pitch to Elliott Life. Trying drops down a bunt, and he offers at it. It bounced in, so it's 0-1 here to Life. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out to the second baseman to lead off the ball game, and then struck out swinging in the 2nd and the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He'll float that one out into shallow left center field. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. And Life is now 1 for 4. And Post State opens up this 7th inning with a good base hit. Their 7th of the ball game.
Life just goes the other way. Just a little Texas leaguer over the head of Dylan Buchanan at shortstop. And the Eats get the leadoff guy on here in the top of the 7th, nursing this 2-run lead, 3-1.
It is Cade Hinkle to the plate. He does have that solo shot all the way back in the top of the 1st. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Rosiska still in on the ball game right now. Man still warming up in the bullpen for the Vistas. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will miss low and outside, and is now 2-0.
No indication from Hinkle so far that he's planning to drop a bunt down to try to move Life over to second base.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is outside and is now 3-0.
Hinkle leads the team in walks. So a position he's very familiar with right here, being up 3-0.
So now here is the 3-0 pitch. That one will miss outside, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Cade Hinkle in his 1st and 2nd here with nobody out, and Post State is in business here to try and extend their lead. As we'll have a mound visit from the catcher McCarty. Rosiska nearing the end of the day pitch count-wise, and as of the coaching staff, and it will be the end of the day for Rosiska. He'll make the change as the train goes by here at Minot. We will step aside for a minute, tell you the changes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
So Landon Halseth is now on the mound here for Minot, as he will have 1st and 2nd with nobody out to inherit those 2 runners with 3, 4, and 5 up for Pierre. Andy Gordon, Bennett Dean, and Spencer Lettler will be the first ones to greet him, as we can't close the book on Rosiska yet until either those two runs come across or the inning comes to an end, or I guess technically the inning could still be going on and LA Life and Cade Hinkle are both out somehow, and none of them coming to score. Either way, we can't close the book until both those guys aren't off the base path, one way or the other.
We can tell you that Hunter Rosiska threw 98 pitches today for the Vistas, 62 of them for strikes to the 29 batters that he faced. We'll save his line until we are able to find out exactly what happens to Elliott Life at second base and Cade Hinkle at first. Rosiska is responsible for the two post-8 base runners that are on base right now with nobody out here in the top of the 7th. And again, the Eights nursing this 3-1 lead, a lead they've held throughout this game.
And we do want to say, too, as we have a chance, tomorrow post-8 will play at noon. 11:40 will have coverage. We're the first game of the day, so we will be on at 11:40 with first pitch at 12 o'clock. We're about 14 minutes behind on first pitch in that, which was the third game of the day, and can easily happen. But then if the score holds up as it is, Post-8 will play at 5 o'clock again after playing Mandan at noon. And they will, that game potentially could be a little bit behind schedule, but will be on the air about 20 minutes before game time, as that would be the semifinal. And if Post-8 would win that semifinal, either the 5 or 7:30 game, whichever they would go play in. If they win it, they play on Sunday in the championship game at noon here at Corbett Field. So it is Andy Gordon to the plate. He is 1 for 3. Runners at first and second here with nobody out in the top of the 7th. Here's the first pitch from Halseth. Gordon will sky it out of play on the right side. It is 0-1. Shadows are starting to creep across now. About maybe 20, 25 feet, about halfway from home to up the mound. There's some shadows, and even some shadows across the front of the mound. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one will bounce and get to the backstop. Both runners will move up into scoring position. So second and third here with a 1-1 count for Gordon. Your best man with RBI totals up to the plate. This is the guy that you want up if you're going to try and add to this 3-1 lead. No, still no action. The bullpen for Post-8, whether it's going to be Nedved to try and finish it out or maybe somebody that's possibly Bennett Dean who is on deck. Infield will come all the way in. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Gordon. And Gordon will pop that one fouling out of play. So it's now 1-2. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th. If you're Post-8, you got to have at least one, if not 2-run score in this inning. Having second and third with nobody out. But Minot had second and third with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. They only came away with 1 run. 1-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block by McCarty. And the count's now 2-2.
Yeah, and this is a big at-bat for the Eights. Leading hitter on the team and Andy Gordon at the plate, leading RBI producer at the plate right now for the Green and White.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Gordon. Line shot by Gordon out to left field. That will be caught by the left fielder. And Bubak, runner will tag. Elliott Life will come in to score. An RBI sac fly for Elliott Life, who hit it on the nose. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Eights. One down, a runner on second for Bennett Dean.
Yeah, and you hate to give up the out, but you're really happy to get the run across the plate, and a nice piece of running by Elliott Life. Immediately, as soon as that ball went to left field, the first thing he did was retreat to the bag at third base and squared himself up and took off as soon as Bubak caught the ball in left field, and no chance to get the speedy Life at home, and the Eights stretch this lead out to 4-1 now in the top of the 7th.
Here's the first pitch to Dean. That one will miss low and outside for ball 1. He is 1 for 3. Reshawn Aaron, his first trip to the plate, singled in the third and came around to score, and then flew out to the left fielder back in the top of the 5th inning. Hinkle stands at second. One down here at the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, be right to the back, off the glove of the first baseman. Dean will reach first. Hinkle will stop at third, and it'll be first and third with one down. The second time that Dean has reached base, that'll be an air charge to the first baseman, Boudreaux.
Yeah, just a high hopper that Boudreau had to try to short hop as it got right to the bag and just able to skip under his glove and the Eights keep this inning going with runners at the corners now and nobody out. One out. Sorry.
Yeah. So here is Spencer Lettler, a chance to increase this lead. He's 1 for 1, been on base all 3 times he's come to the plate. Here's the first pitch from Halseth to Lettler. Swing and a miss. Big cut there from Lettler. And it's 0-1. Post State trying to extend it again. They got the run back that they gave up in the bottom of the 6th, but now trying to add to it. They led by 3 starting after the top of the 3rd inning. They're back up by 3 here in the top of the 7th. Lettler will foul the 0-1 pitch out of play. And it's now 0-2.
4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Eights here through 6 1/3. For the Vistas, it's 1 run on 7 hits and 3 errors.
Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Halseth to Lettler. That one will miss low, and it's now 1-2. Good take there from Lettler.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Great minds think alike.
Or in our case, it's you and I think alike.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's well outside. Dean takes off for second. A delayed steal, and he will take second base. No throw from McCarty. So it's now 2nd and 3rd once again here for the Eights with 1 down. 2-2 is the count here to Lettler.
You have a great mind. I just babble over here beside you.
Here's a 2-2 pitch.
And again, I left you speechless. I think that's the 2nd time in 3 years.
2-2 pitches missed low. It is now 3-2.
That's a little bit of a red letter day in my world if I can leave you speechless.
It can happen sometimes. Are you saying I talk too much?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Here's a full count pitch from Halseth to Lettler. There's a line shot out to center field, going back to center fielder. He'll make the catch. Both runners will tag up. Dean will get to third base. Hinkle will come in to score, so they do put up a crooked number on the 2nd RBI sac fly in the inning. And Post State now leads it 5-1.
Yeah, and it's 410 to straightaway center field, and Spencer Lettler hit that ball about 375 feet. I mean, that's a ball that's out of a lot of ballparks, if not for the fact that this is probably one of the more spacious parks that the Eights are going to play in. He tagged that ball, and Burke, with all of his speed, had to use every bit of it to run that ball down, and Hinkle, like you said, able to walk in from third.
First pitch to Jack Merkwan is outside for ball 1. Shadows are now taking pretty much the entire line from the mound to home plate. With a little bit, maybe sunlight on the right around the head area of these Post State hitters, and will be Minot hitters. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike. It is now 1-1. Still runner on third base. Ben and Dean 90 feet away from trying to make it a 5-run lead for the Eights here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Merquat. That one will miss low, just below the zone, 2-1.
And we can close the book on Hunter Rosiska for the day for the Vistas. 6 innings complete, 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. Again, 98 pitches, 62 of them for strikes.
Here is now the 2-1 pitch to Merquan. Comes inside. I don't know how Merquan was able to dance away from being hit, but it is a 3-1 count and a good hitter's count here for Merquan. A base hit would improve the lead to 5. 3-1 pitch. That one's outside. Merquan will draw a walk, 2-out walk, and it's now runners at the corners for Aaron Booth. And you maybe think about another delayed steal potentially for Merquan, maybe trying to steal another run from Minot, but Aaron Booth is 1 for 3. Single, reached on air, and also struck out looking. And his 3 trips to the plate. Through a scoreless inning in Game 1 for Post State. In his first visit back on the mound since the spring season. First pitch is swing and a miss. Booth ended up getting hurt, I believe it was May 1st when we were out in Sioux Falls. That was when he ended up getting hurt, so we had not seen him in nearly 2 months on the mound. And he had a scoreless inning in that bottom of the 6th in Game 1 for Post State. 0-1 pitch, outside edge, and it's now 0-2.
Like to see Aaron Booth somehow find a way to get this run home from third base and stretch this lead out to 6. Right now, 4-run lead, something that could be closed up with one swing of the bat for the Vistas.
Merkwan takes off, pitches high outside. The throw back to third base. Dean will slide back in safely as the count is now 1-2. And second and third, and a base hit now would make that lead 6.
McCarty tried to backpick Dean at third base and just Abel kind of slipped a little bit as he kind of went back and used all the 6'2" frame to get his hand back on the bag.
Here's a 1-2 pitch from Halseth to Booth. Good pitch from Halseth, a good swing by Booth to spoil it, and it's now 1-2. That back foot was moving. Usually you get fooled when your back foot's moving like that on a swing, but he did enough to get a piece of it to stay alive.
Yeah, just kind of got fooled on the off-speed pitch and just able to flick the bat out and able to foul it off and stay alive at 1-2.
You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Halseth to Aaron Booth. That one will bounce. It's going to get away from McCarty. He can't find it. It's going to roll all the way over there. Merkwan's going to try and score. He's going to come sliding in. Both runs will score on the wild pitch. And it's a 7-1 lead now for Post States here at the top of the 7th inning.
And the speed of Jack Merkwan comes into play. He just never broke stride coming around third base, and McCarty had trouble finding the ball, and it just bounded away from him almost all the way over into the Post State dugout on the third base side. And by the time he located the ball, Merkwan was a third of the way down the line and ended up scoring without even a throw.
So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases are now empty. A 4-run 7th inning for Post State. 2-2 pitch will bounce in, and it's now 3-2. So something happened here after Merkwan came in to score. The umpire, I think, was saying something to the bench of Post State. When the count is full here, they're all kind of looking at each other like, who was the one that said something? Here's the 3-2 pitch now from Halseth to Aaron Booth. Taken for strike 3, and Booth will go down for the second time looking, and that will retire the side. 4 runs, though, coming to score in the inning on just 1 hit, 1 error, and no one left on base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The 6-run lead, 3 outs away from going 2-0 here today. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When something just isn't right, it's natural to talk about it. If you had a toothache, you'd tell someone. If you found out you had diabetes, you'd learn to take care of it. But when you're feeling stressed, sad, or worried, you're less likely to tell someone. Why do we treat physical and mental health so differently? There is no difference. We all need someone to talk to, and there's nothing shameful about wanting to be healthy for you. When you just need someone to talk to, contact Rising Hope Counseling at 494-1500 or risinghope605.com. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. Rising Hope Counseling, because if you have hope, you have everything.
Hey, it's Julia from Milwaukee Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again, with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Hawaii Federal Credit Union.
3, 4, and 5 here for the Minot Vistas, as it is a 7-1 lead for Post State. Trenton Greek, Dylan Buchanan, and Eli Nissen will be the first 3 hitters. The 8s have a 6-run cushion going into the bottom of the 7th inning, trying to close out a winning 2 games. There we go. Try and get my words right. Winning 2 games here in day 1. 1-0 pitches to the backstop, and it's now 2-0, which would also put them in the 5 o'clock game tomorrow. And they would face Mandan at noon and then face them again at 5 o'clock. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that was a fly ball out to left field. Going back, it's going to be a leadoff home run for Trent Greek as he remains hot in this tournament. 4 for 4 in game one, now 3 for 3 in this ball game. Been on base all 8 times he's come to the plate. And it's a 7-2 ball game.
Yeah, and how big is that 4 spot in the top of the 7th right now for the Eights? If this was still a 3-1 ball game going to the bottom of the 7th with 2, 3, and 4 coming up for 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Vistas, it would have gotten it would be getting really tight right now.
There's a fly ball out to left field. Lettler will come in. He'll make that catch, and there is now 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yeah, that 4 spot, and I think you probably took the words out of Coach White and Coach Naz's mouth, and they probably said the exact same thing when that home run was hit, saying, boy, that 4 spot was big in the top of the 7th. It's a 7-2 ball game here as we play in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to Eli Nissen, taken for strike 1. He is 1 for 3 so far. The average that he has had in the high school season, he's due for a hit. 0-1 pitch. He'll foul that one away, but he's down the count 0-2.
No, he's not.
Well, if you go by math terms, he would be. If you go by post-state terms, no. He's not due for a hit anytime soon. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Nissen. Curveball that does not break, and it's now 1-2. Nedved's looking for a complete game here. He's got 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. He threw 8 innings the last time he was on the mound. Here's a 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. That's past Benedine. Told you he was due for a base hit, and he's now 2 for 4 as he's hitting 500 in this ball game.
Broadcaster's jinx didn't come into play like it should have.
Yeah. See, I was right, because if I was wrong, I would have been happily wrong. Here's Brandon McCarty. He is 0 for 3 so far, a fly-out victim to LA Life in center twice, and also grounded out to Matt Hansen. He went with the short route to second. There's a fly ball to right field that will get out of play, and it is 0-1 here to McCarty. So still a 5-run cushion for Post State with 1 down in the bottom of the 7th. Nedved has allowed just 2 runs so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch, comes in, just barely misses McCarty. And it's now a 1-1 count.
Yeah, McCarty just kind of turned at the last second, and just as the ball came in, and otherwise probably would have found a hit by pitch on that one.
There's a fly ball to shallow right center field. Merkwan will come on and make the catch, and there's now 2 down. And Post State out away from going 2-0 here to start the Minot tournament. Here's Bubak, 1 for 3. Runner on first, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th, a 7-2 lead for the Eights. Here's the first pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. So Minot needs a big rally. Down by 5 and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Instead, Nedved will step off.
Yeah, and Nedved's been very efficient today. I mean, right now he's about ready to throw, I believe it's pitch number 86 on the day.
I want to come in on above of Bubak. He'll drop the barrel of the bat and also drop down, crouch down so he doesn't get hit. The count's now 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Misses outside, and it's now 3-0. So again, as long as this Post State's able to find a run without 5 runs crossing the plate, find an out without 5 runs crossing the plate, they will be the top seed. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 3-1. Mandan, who's 0-2, even if they beat Pierre tomorrow at noon, Post State will be 2-1. The only other team between Minot and Watertown will be 2-1, which they held the tiebreaker. And the same goes for those 2 teams against Mandan, as that one's up the middle for a base hit. And the game will extend to another batter, first and second here for Tyler Boudreau.
And right now, what you're really looking for is for Gary Nedved to find a way to record the last out of this game and not have to go into the bullpen and use a pitcher if possible.
Here's the first pitch to Boudreau. There's a ground ball over to Gordon. He will tag the runner out, and that will end the ball game. And Post States will win it 7-2 over Minot, and they are the number 1 seed as they will win the round robin portion of the tournament. 1 run scores in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors and 2 men left on base. A 7-2 win for Post State here in the second game for them. They are 2-0 in the tournament, the only 2-0 team in the tournament. We step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap up day number 1. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Pierre Sports Center is your local Ranger Boat and Mercury Outboard dealer. They're a must-see for your Ranger boat needs. See their selection of Mercury outboard motors for more power. Pierre Sports Center can help you with financing and other boating needs. Need service for your boat or trailer to keep you going? Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop. Pierre Sports Center, Ranger Boats, and Mercury Outboard. A combination that can't be beat. Pierre Sports Center, 1440 North Garfield Avenue in Pierre. Or give them a call, 224-5546. When you want the best prices and best selection, go to Wegner Auto in Pierre. The certified sales staff at Wegner Auto will provide you service after the sale and how to get easy financing. Check out their website, WegnerAuto.com, or stop in. They have the best prices and won't be undersold. Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with over 280 new and quality pre-owned vehicles. GM certified pre-owned vehicles give you peace of mind with their 12-month or 12,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty and 5-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Log on to WegnerAuto.com or stop by Wegner Auto in Pierre, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer since 1907.
Evermore Boutique, where fashion doesn't have to break the bank. See them for men's, women's, and children's clothing, shoes, accessories, and so much more. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from noon to 7, Saturdays from 11 to 6, and Sundays from noon to 5. Visit Evermore Boutique, located at 104 South Pierre Street in Pierre, or give them a call today. 605-494-0194. That's Evermore Boutique in Pierre.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here to Corbett Field, as Dave says, Post State wins both games. They win 7-1 and 7-2 over Watertown, Minnesota, and over Minot, as they are 2-0 on the tournament and will be the top seed in the
semifinals.
Yeah, semifinal in the bracket portion, the quick bracket portion. They will play at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. After they play at noon against Mandan, they will play that same Mandan team at 5 o'clock tomorrow night after playing them at noon. So, Greg, the first day was a good one for Post State. They end up with 22 hits in total, 14 runs of those 22 hits. They played really well, 13 men left on base, no errors. But for Post State in total of those 2 games, that's a good way to wrap up day 1.
Yeah, and they just continue to play just solid baseball. I mean, they're getting good pitching from just about everybody they're rolling out on the mound right now. They're getting good hitting up and down the lineup. I mean, it's not just a few guys. I mean, it's everybody in the lineup. I mean, second game tonight against Minot. I mean, case in point, the Yates get 7 hits on the night from 7 different players. The big blow being the Hinkle solo home run in the top of the first, and so the Yates continue to roll on. 17-9 now on the year is Post State. Guaranteed 2 games tomorrow. If they win the second game tomorrow at 5 o'clock, then they head on to play Sunday at noon in the championship of I believe they call this the Heilman's Performance Invitational.
And Post State, they triple their total of home runs in just one day. A home run from Minot Dean, and then also a home run from Cade Hinkle in game 1 and then in game number 2, as the Eights are winners of both games. And like you said, Greg, if they win tomorrow night, they go to the championship game at noon on Sunday. That's going in this tournament, to see Gary Nedved throw as well as he did in this game is not surprising, because he did it just last Sunday, so not even a week ago that he had that great performance. But to see him throw as excellent as what he did here again in game number 2, that is that just actually now it gives you another option to go on the mound, and I don't think that was an option that you were thinking about on the mound. You're thinking, well, that's going to be a good hitter because he swings hard, he hits the ball hard every time. But now all of a sudden you're going, well, if we get into a pinch somewhere down the road, Gary Nedved's a great pitcher that we can throw out there.
Yeah, and he up in his first year of varsity Legion action, and we always knew that Gary Nedved could hit the ball, and I think the question has become, we didn't really get a chance to see him work on the mound much up until the last week or so, and he's really come and proven himself, and he hasn't played a lot in the field, but he's been a real contributor for the Eights so far this year, and so the Eights are just continue to get production from up and down everybody on the roster, and that's exactly what good ball clubs do. I mean you win now with just 1, 2, 3, and 4. You win with 1 through 13.
And Post State will be looking for a third win tomorrow against Mandan, and then potentially a fourth win tomorrow night. But at least as long as they win that second game, they will be playing on Sunday, as the Eights will be playing Mandan at noon and then again at 5, because the standings sit 2-0 Post State, 1-1 Minot and Watertown, Minnesota, and 0-2 Mandan. And because Post State has beaten both Watertown and Minot, they both cannot overpass Post State, and they will have to play each other tomorrow. The Mandan also lost to both Watertown and Minot, so they cannot pass back up over one of those two teams. So we already know how it will be playing out tomorrow evening, starting at 5 o'clock with Post State taking on Mandan in the semifinals of that of the bracket portion of the tournament. Post State wins both games here this evening. Greg, your final thoughts for these two games?
Well, I think the Eights did everything that they wanted to do today. They got two very solid pitching performances from Isaac Polak and from Gary Nedved. Two very good starts. They did a very good job in terms of hitting the baseball all around the field today. And started to show a little power. I mean, that was something we were maybe questioning just a little bit coming into the season, that the bats, while they were swinging well, weren't giving them a lot of power, but a couple of home runs today, and so if you're going to get hot and the power is going to show up, good time to do it. It'll be right now and through the end of the season.
As that will wrap things up for us here this evening. Thanks to Ray Lewis back at the station. Greg Dean to my right. I'm John Winkler. Final scores: Post State wins both games as they will win the round-robin portion of the tournament. They will play at noon tomorrow. Will be on the air at 11:40 as they will take on the Mandan Chiefs in that first game, and then take on Mandan at 5 o'clock once again in the semifinals. Final scores: it is Post State winning 7-1 over Watertown, Minnesota, and 7-2 over Minot, as we say so long and good night from Minot.
You've been listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Evermore Boutique, Wagner Auto, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Service Master, Rising Hope Counseling, Todd's Electric, Pierre Sports Center, AirTech, Gales Gas, Avera, Bank West, B&B Equipment, Overhead Door Company, Gateway Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Farting Electric, Olson Plumbing, Agtegra, All Around Graphics, First Dakota National Bank, Comtech, Shane's Pharmacy, Black Hills Federal Credit Union, Midwest Cooperative, South Dakota Weed and Pest, Nystrom Electric, Dakota Sprinkler, Lamb Motor, Kathy Sunshine Properties, Sioux Nation, Kruger Contracting, Home Care Services, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season long for Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports.